Hello and welcome back. So in this first section of replica set setup, we are going to learn about replica set setup. So what we will do, we will first start with the single node replica set, and then when we are good with the replica set with a single node, we will go ahead and try to create multiple node replica set. So this thing I'm going to do on a single machine because I'm using only one laptop. So what we will do, we will use a single machine. On a single machine or single laptop we will use, and what we will do, we will run the MongoD instance on different port, MongoD instances on ports, different ports, and then each ports we will try to make them as a replica set member. So we will be doing this on the single machine, and then we will run the MongoD instances on a different ports on the same machine, and then we'll try to add them into the replica set. So we will start with the single node first. So in the next lecture I'll show you how to set up a single node replica set, and in the following lectures we will start with the multiple node. So we will cover everything. So we will see also multiple node replica set as well in the following lectures. So the thing is, first we'll on the single machine multiple instances of the MongoD. First we'll see the single node and then the multiple node. So this is the agenda of this section, and we will also be covering some more things, some commands, some help things on the replica set. So we are going to learn all those things for replica set as well. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the question answer area of this course, and I will be happy to answer that. So I'm parallelly doing the sharding as well in the next section, in the sharding section, so you can go ahead and see those also, because replication and sharding was the long pending topics to be covered in this section. So I'm covering all this week. So I hope I'll complete by this week replication setup and sharding as well. So see you in the next lecture where I'll be doing the single node replica set setup. Hello and welcome back. So in this lecture I'm going to set up a single node replica set. So for this we need to know two things. We need to know the one configuration, that is REPL set. So whenever we want to start a replica set, or we want to configure replica set, or we want to set up a replica set, we need to use this REPL set while starting the MongoDB server. So we are going to use this REPL set, and rest of the thing is same. First we need to start the MongoDB server by using REPL set, and then we need to use MongoDB space hyphen REPL set, and then here we need to give the replica set name. So here I am giving replica Sunil. So here you can give any name to your replica set. So here I'm giving simple name replica set Sunil. So you can give anything, any name that you want. Okay, so for simplicity I'm giving replica Sunil. Okay, and then we need to use the simple db path which we use, and then we need to give the path for the db data/db. Okay, so here I'm using data/db1. okay, so I've created a new folder db1, and there I'm going to start the MongoDB server. So MongoDB space hyphen REPL set REPL set REPL set, and then the replica set name, this will be the replica set name, and then the db path. Okay, so hit on enter and our server will be started, and so it will be started for replica set, and then we can go and start a we can connect to a Mongo cell, and we can configure a primary for this replica set. So start, hit on enter, and the MongoDB server will be started. So let's see the detail here. See here, it is showing waiting for connection from port 2707. So this is the default port we know, and in the next lecture when we do the multi-node replica set, then we will use the different ports for different nodes. Okay, so here it's saying replica set configuration document. It did not find the replica set because we have not given any configuration yet. So it has started for replica set, but there is no configuration, so it has not given anything. So see here, it is showing replication options, replication. Let me highlight. See here, it is showing options, replication, a REPL set, and here the replica set name replica Sunil that we have given, and it is also showing the storage db path d colon de MongoDB / data / db1. So now we have the MongoDB server up and running. So let's connect to the Mongo. So here I'll connect with the Mongo. So I'll just put Mongo and it will be connected to this. So see here, it is saying connection accepted from this host 127.0.0.1:50937. so one connection is open now. So now we are connected to this server through Mongo shell. So now we'll see whether this Mongo instance is connected, is replica set or not. Okay, so we have not done anything, but let's check. So rs.status will give you the replica set status. See here, it is saying that run rs.initiate if not yet done for the set, no replica set config has been received. Okay, so we need to run the rs.initiate. What rs.initiate will be doing, it will initiate the replica set for this instance. Okay, so let's run this. So we will use rs.initiate to initiate the replica set. So hit enter, and see here, as soon as we hit enter, there was some thing going on the server, and it is saying primary completed. Let me show you what has happened on the server. See here, transition to primary complete means earlier that node, that Mongo instance was just like a normal instance, but now it is transited to the primary. So now that is the primary node. So transition to primary, assuming primary role in term 1, conducting to dry run, if we could elect it, could be elected. Transition to secondary. So see here, now transition to startup 2, transition. So something has gone, and here it is saying that primary complete. Database writes are now permitted on this. So let's see the instance. See here, it is showing replica Sunil. So now it is showing the replica set name Sunil, and it's showing other. So now we will run the rs.status to see the status of the node, and see here, it is giving all the information about the replica set. It is saying the set name is replica Sunil, date is this, my state is 1, term is 1, heartbeat interval millisecond is 2000, and members are id 0, and this is the port and the computer name. Okay, and here status is primary, state string is primary, it means this is the primary node, and uptime is 253, uptime is this one, and could not find the member to sync from. So this is single node, so there is no other member. Okay, so now we have configured a replica set with a primary member. That means we have a replica set with one member, and that is primary. Obviously that will be a primary because primary is important. One primary member should be there. So since we have only one member in this replica set, and that is primary, so this way we can configure a single node replica set where there will be only one member, and that will be primary. So what we need to do, we need to follow these two steps. First, we need to start the server with a configuration mongod space hyphen repl set, and then we need to give the replica set name, and then other things will be same. Okay, db path we need to give, and once server is started, we need to connect to the Mongo instance, and then we need to check the status, and if it is not yet configured as a replica set, then we need to use the rs.initiate to initiate the replication. And once the replication is initiated, this node on which we are running, it will be converted to the primary data node for this replica set. And here you can see the with rs.status, you can see the status of the node, and you can know that whether it's a primary node or not, and here you can see all the details for that. So this way we can set up a single node replica set. So in the next lecture we will try to configure multi-node replica set or multiple node replica set, where we can have multiple nodes as a member. So one primary and 2 or 3 secondary members will be there in the multi-node replica sets that we are going to set up in the next lecture. So see you inside the next lecture, and if you have any doubt, any question, do ask in the question and answer area of this course, and I will be answering all of your questions as soon as possible. So see you inside the next lecture, where we will be configuring the multi-node replica set. Hello and welcome back. So in the previous lecture we have seen how we can start a replica set with a single node where there will be only one node, and that node will be primary node. So in this lecture what we will do, we will try to set up a replica set which will be having one primary node and 2 secondary nodes. So this will be a 3 node replica set, something like this, what we have understood in the lecture understanding replica architecture, replication architecture. So primary node and 2 secondary node, that is what we are going to do in this lecture. So to do that, what we need to do, we have only one system. So unlike in the production environment, there will be a multiple hosts running the replica sets, but we have the limitation, we have only one laptop. So what I do, I will be initiating a different MongoDB instances on the same laptop with a different ports. So I'll start 3 MongoDB instances on 3 different ports. So one will be default 27017, that will be the default port, and then I'll be using 27018 and 27019. So these 3 ports I will be using to start my MongoDB instances, and then we will try to configure the replica set with these 3 nodes. Okay, so let's get started. So to do that, we need to do a simple things first. We need to inside the data/db path, we need to create 2 more folders. One is db that we already have, so we will create one more with db1 and db2. So here one MongoDB instance will be initiating, here another one, and db2 will be containing the third MongoDB instance. So now we have created these empty folders. So now let's start the MongoDB instances. So open the command prompt, and the same process you can follow on the Mac OS or Linux, whatever you are using, the commands will be same. Okay, so I'm using Windows 10, so I'll be doing here. So first thing, we need to write the same command which we have written in the previous lecture, that is mongod -repl set, and replica set name I'm giving the same as replica Sunil. You can give any name that you want to give to your replica set, and then space, then db path -db path, and here I am starting the first server on default port 27017. So I'm giving the data/db, and I'll hit enter. So when you hit enter, the MongoDB will be starting. The server is started and it is showing 27017, which is the default port for MongoDB. So our server has started. So let me connect to Mongo shell. So I'll use Mongo and it will be connected to this. See here, now the one connection is now open. So next thing is I will check whether first let me check the status of the replica set, whether replica set has initiated or not. So see here, now not initiated. Okay, before initiating, let me start another instance of MongoDB. So I'll use the same thing. Let me copy to save time. Let me go here and I will copy the command and I will try to start another, and I'll give here db1 and I'll give port 27018. Okay, so so here what I'm doing, I'm starting another MongoDB instance and I'm giving a different db path, db1 here, and I'm giving port 27018 because 27017 is already running. So hit enter. So see here, now it is started. Let me connect another Mongo shell with this. So to connect Mongo with a defined port, so I'll give port here 27018. So this Mongo shell will be connecting to our second Mongo instance. So let me hit enter. So see here, this is also connected. Let me check the status here as well. See here also no. So let me start the third one as well. So go to the MongoDB bin and then let me copy the command again from here. I'll just copy. Okay, I'll copy paste here and I'll change this to 27019 and this will be db2. So I'm starting the third MongoDB instance, MongoDB server. So this is also running. Let me start another and go to bin and I'll connect to this with the port specification 27019 and I'll check the RS status here as well. So see here, now we have three servers. One server here on 27017, it is running on 27017, and we have another server running on the 27018, and we have another MongoDB instance running on the 27019, and we have connected three Mongo shells here. So now if you want to know the host name, okay, let me first initiate the RS. Let me initiate the replica set so that we can configure. So let me initiate. We have used this command in the previous lecture to initiate the replica set. We need to use rs.initiate and hit enter. Okay, so let me check the rs.status and see here it is showing me the host name 27017 Meenakshi. Meenakshi is the computer name, my computer name, and it is showing Meenakshi colon 27017 is the host name, and it is showing this is the primary node. Okay, so now we have initiated the MongoDB and this node has become the primary node, and it is showing the replica set name replica Sunil, and it is showing as primary. So let me check the status of the other two. So let me check here. See here, still nothing. Okay, and here. Okay, so now what I do, now this primary, the primary will have the privilege to add another instances to the replica set. So we can use rs.add. We can use this command rs.add to add the other running node to the replica set. And here inside the add we need to provide the host name. So let me find the host name of the second one. To find the host name we need to use the db dot so db.hostname we can type and we will get the host name. So here host name is the same as what we had in the primary node, but only the port number is changing. Okay, so 27018 is the host name for this. So we will go back to the primary and here we will add this. Okay, so I'll simply paste. Okay, so now hit enter. See, the status is okay. So now run the command rs.status, and now you can see here, earlier it was showing only the id 0 for primary, now it is showing id 1 Meenakshi colon 27018 and status is secondary. So we have one secondary node added. So let's check here. Let me scroll up rs.status and see here it is showing the, now it is showing the secondary. So now it is showing the secondary. So this node has become secondary now because we have added from the primary, and here also it is showing all the replica set information. Primary is Meenakshi 27017 and secondary is 27018. In the same way I'll add the third node as well. So I'll use 0 rs.add. Let me scroll up. rs.add 27019. So this is the third one. So hit enter. So now okay. Now check the status and see here. Now we have the three entries in the list: id 0, id 1 and id 2. id 2 is the 27019 and it is showing startup. Still this configuration will be going on in the backend. It will take some time. So let me check again rs.status, and now it has changed. Now it is showing the secondary. See here, it is showing secondary. So now we have added this as also as secondary. See here, the status is showing secondary 27019 secondary, and in the same way 27018 also as secondary, and 27017 is primary. So let me show you this inside the third instance Mongo shell. So here I'll use rs.status and hit enter. And see here it is showing the same information what we have seen in the primary. So now 27019 is secondary, and here also it's showing replica secondary. So this way we can add hosts to the replica set. We can add the MongoDB instances to the replica set by using rs.add. So we have seen how we can start the MongoDB replica set, and we can initiate the replica set by using rs.initiate, and we can find the host name by using db.hostinfo, and then we can add the members to the replica set by using rs.add by providing the host name inside the add function. So this way we can configure the multi-node or 3-node replica set. So I hope you guys understood this. If you have any question or doubt, you can ask inside the question and answer area of the course, and I will be happy to answer. And we will see some more more things about the replica set in the next lectures. So keep watching the course, and see you inside the next lecture.